Hello and welcome to the Meet Mercedes event during the Geneva Motor Show 2018. As you might know, last year we introduced our CASE strategy. C stands for connected, A for autonomous, S for shared and services, and E for electric. And this is why we also stand next to the new Smart EQ42 Cabrio. And I have actually two interview partners here next to me. That's Jochen and it's Wilco. I think the best way is to let them introduce themselves. So Wilco, what are you doing at Daimler Mercedes?
So my name is Wilco Stark. I'm head of CASE and head of Daimler Strategy and Product Planning Mercedes-Benz Cars.
And what about you, Jochen?
Yeah, my name is Jochen Hellmann. I'm responsible for all electric powertrains within Mercedes, from plug-in hybrids to fuel cell vehicles, all the way up to fully electric vehicles, and therefore I'm also responsible for the E within CASE.
That's perfect. Well, tell us a little bit how this comes together with the two of you guys. How are you guys defining the E in CASE?
Wilco, you want to start?
Actually, defining the E in CASE, our target is to set up a whole portfolio of battery electric vehicles, and we come to the broader scope of EQ in a second. So we will come up with 10 battery electric vehicles under Smart and Mercedes-Benz brand until 2022.
And as we know, the Smart is one example, but we have even more over here that we are actually launching for the very first time here at the Geneva Motor Show 2018. So let's head over there. Well, we already got to know about the Smart EQ42 Cabrio, but I would like to ask Wilco, what does EQ stand for? And there are obviously different versions of EQ.
EQ actually stands for Electric Intelligence, and it is our technology brand. And we cover different drivetrain strategies. So first we have EQ Boost. EQ Boost stands for 48 voltage system. Then we have our plug-in hybrids. These are called EQ Power. We have our performance hybrids. These are called EQ Power Plus, for example, in the Formula One. And last but not least, we have our pure battery electric vehicles, and these are called EQ. So EQ covers the whole experience of electrification at Mercedes-Benz. And Jochen has the details for you regarding the technical application.
Yeah, thank you, Wilco. If we start with EQ Boost, it's a 48 volt system. So what we do is we combine a combustion engine with a small electric motor. We use a 48 volt battery and we boost whenever you hit the gas pedal, and that's really an experience. And also, of course, we save some fuel with that.
Yeah.
And for the EQ Power, it's a plug-in hybrid. So what you can do at home, you plug in your car into your socket, you charge your battery, and you can go for like 50 kilometers, for example, in this case. And if you go on a long distance drive, or if your battery is empty, you can use your combustion engine.
And these are the three models that we see also in the background.
Yes, absolutely. These are diesel plug-in hybrids.
So, but you also have something else that you can
Yeah,
show.
and maybe we should go to another car.
We should definitely do that. Let's get over there. Well, talking about something special, we are standing right in front of the Mercedes-Benz GLC F-Cell. And Jochen, you mentioned this model already before. Tell us something about it.
Yeah, it's EQ Power. And as we said at the previous car, it was the diesel plug-in hybrid. Here we have a fuel cell plug-in hybrid. So what we do here is we combine again a battery and an electric motor instead of an engine. As we said, a diesel before, here it's a fuel cell. A fuel cell is a system that takes hydrogen and oxygen, produces water, and also electricity and power. And therefore, we can drive here with hydrogen and with fully electric.
But there's also something else, and it's right behind us. And obviously, Wilco, you have the honor to introduce us to the EQA.
The EQA shows us a compact battery electric vehicle. And what you can see, you know, the whole design language of the car is really, we call it progressive luxury. It's a seamless design. We have, if you can go to the front, you know, a black panel, grille, and it's a very, very progressive design. This car has a 200 kilowatt electric engine, a range of over 400 kilometers, and it gives you a flavor how our whole EQ styling will look like and the whole EQ family in the compact segment. And this design, of course, will be also brought to the whole EQ product portfolio. So at the end, what we have to say here in Geneva, is that we at Mercedes-Benz cover the whole electrification from EcoBoost 48 voltage system up to electric vehicles and fuel cell vehicles. And this is what Mercedes-Benz EQ stands for.
Well, Wilco, Jochen, thank you so much for your time. And obviously you can tell the way we position the E in the EQ and in the case and see this amazing variety of new and upcoming platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.